All right, we've been talking about sugar and its impact on your body. We've gone through how it ages you with biologically with this epigenetic clock, looking at your cells and how fast they're aging, and it accelerates with high levels of sugar. We've talked about the impact that it has on muscle protein synthesis, which essentially makes it very difficult for folks, 50 and older, to build muscle, and it actually makes it easy for fat, especially around the midsection. We just talked high sugar impact on cognitive decline, how it accelerates cognitive decline. We've talked its impact on your joints and how it stiffens the joints. We talked about how it weathers the skin. So all that, and then as promised, the impact on the bones. How does high levels of sugar impact your bones? Basically, it impacts it in three different mechanisms. And bone density as you get over 50, that bone density loss accelerates, particularly among postmenopausal women, where estrogen's sort of protective role is diminished. So the first mechanism, and it's called calcium phosphorus competition, where you consume large amounts of sugar, and the resulting acid load in your blood results in um, your blood drawing out alkaline materials to balance the pH. It's just your body's going to do that naturally, and when it does that, guess what it takes? Calcium is an alkaline mineral, so it's going to take the calcium. And where's it going to get your calcium to balance your blood? You guessed it, your bones. So over time, repeated calcium withdrawal from the bones to balance your pH in your blood, really, it decreases your bone density. The second mechanism is that sugar, as we've previously discussed, has results in this low-grade inflammation, and that chronic low-grade inflammation, driven by the high levels of excess sugar, activates. They're called osteoclasts, and these cells are responsible for breaking down bone tissue. So that's not good, producing those. And conversely, it suppresses um, something called osteoblasts, the cells responsible for building new tissue. So those are being suppressed, and you're creating cells that are responsible for breaking down bone tissue. So that inflammatory balance tips in the favor of breaking down the bone tissue rather than building the bone tissue. Third mechanism is that insulin resistance, when we've talked about that, and especially among diabetics, that osteoporosis sets in, and the normal bone architecture at the microscopic level is compromised. And so you got three different mechanisms that are really significantly reducing your bone density. That's just one other aspect of a high sugar intake. So we've reviewed quite a few, 5 areas that high sugar intake really significantly impacts your ability and your longevity. So I will encourage you to go to the website. There's tools there to help you sort of combat this. You can roll it into the UCAN system, the 12-week system, to help you get through this. But you need to significantly reduce your sugar. I wish I knew this 10 years ago. But I'm giving you the information, and it's just information unless you use it to turn it into knowledge. So subscribe, follow, go to the website, download the article, and get off the sugar.